In today's video, Planet Coaster in today's video, we're gonna be working on our wooden coaster here. So starting off with our queue, or at least for the area, this is just gonna be the wooden coaster, so it isn't gonna be horrible in terms of stuff to do, but there is still, it's a long coaster, so it's gonna be still quite a bit to do for this video. But coming into our area here. Let's have a little plaza in here. Nothing too large. There's only going to be one coaster and then a gift shop in here. But got our entrance to the ride here. Cow pen, and then if this structure looks familiar, it is the same awning that's over at the food truck food place in the park. And then we also got another little cow pen here. Coming along here, we have stairs up, and then we come to our station, and then we got a ramp going down, gift shop right here for photos and stuff like that, and then we exit back out to our little plaza here. Going into the wooden coaster, we just got a nice big turn coming out of the station. Then this is our maintenance area. First lift hill, that's right, there is two on this coaster. Comes up, and I wanted to make this feel very similar to the Beast that's at Kings Island, towards a very long layout and fairly tame, and that goes out into the woods. But first drop, airtime hill, a triple up that then goes into a double down, another airtime hill, and then this goes into our helix. There's going to be quite a few parts of this that have custom supports. The helix is one of them, which I actually already did a custom supports. Got some here, and we also got some all in here. They're right under, when the track goes under or goes over the queue, in the beginning. I'll also put custom supports on that too. Also, we'll probably put a queue cover just to protect people. But, coming to our ride here, we got our brake run here, and then we got our second lift. This lift hill isn't as tall as the first one, and this also is our access road, which snakes through the woods and then around here, and then this will just connect into here with the path, and this will also give access to the maintenance area of the coaster that will go in here. That I'll also reveal in the next episode, and that'll be the big finale of this whole park here. But coming over to our second lift hill, drop down, got a turn, low to the ground, small little airtime hill, and then this will be a trench here. I still have to dig that out, and then our airtime hill. Nice little helix turnaround to then send you out to here into another airtime hill, and this is where it gets really slow. But then we just come into a turn, and then we got our final brakes. But it's going to be a really nice long wooden coaster that will definitely be a great addition to our park here. People are definitely really liking it, and yeah. But so I'll show you the front product in just a little bit. Alrighty, so I finished the area. I replaced the border fence, the chain link over here, with this custom fence. It's more like farm style fence. I don't know really how to describe it, but you see this very often. I figured that they would put it in, which now I do think about it, we do need an extra board right here, so we'll just throw that there. Doesn't need to be anything exact, it just needs to look nice, and it does. The border fence is now just pushed back to here, and then this just continues down to the coaster. This fence is used all throughout the area. We do have the chain link over here, but that's just because this is the border of the park. Do have some lights in here, but I purposely did very little lighting. The woodie, it still needs a name, but this is a sign for it. Coming along here, we got our path down the exit of the coaster, and then we got some restrooms here, and then also photos for the ride. A little back area for them behind here, and then that's exits the coaster. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then this leads out to the maintenance area. Transfer track isn't quite exactly how it would be made these pieces. It would be a straight edge like that, but there's nothing we can really do about that. But just one long track like on the Beast. Originally I was going to do this uncovered, and they would just put tarps over the cars like they do on Thunderhawk at Dorney Park. Their transfer track is just sits out in the open, and they just put tarps over the train cars during the night. but I decided to copy the beast and do a small little awning over it. This also would probably sit a bit higher on the ground, but I decided just to leave it like it is. And yeah, I definitely like how it turned out though. Coming up onto an aerial view, put tons of foliage around the coaster. I will probably add more in the finishing touches episode, but for now this is all the foliage that there will be. And also I did put access for everything all throughout the maintenance area in here. And then coming throughout the ride, here's where they would take your photo. Which let's just take a look at it. Comes a train maybe. Yep. And then they would take a photo of the entire car and then put it on the screens. That's why there's 5 screens there. Or I mean they could do row and split the screens up 3. I don't know entirely how they would do that. But that's something the park would need to decide. Coming here, I already talked about the custom sports in the first half, but we do have access up to our mid-course and second lift hill right here, and this is our access road around to the entire park. We'll have the main maintenance area for the whole park right here, so that's why I didn't continue the border fence around there. I just ended it here. I'll just save on some time. We'll do that in the finishing touches episode, but for now that's what we got. Did put in the trench for this drop right here. I think it turned out pretty nicely. I will probably clean up that mess of trees right there. Some of them did get clumped up together real badly. And I also did put in the donut fencing around all low parts. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but then we come back to our station here. Here's the queue. Use the same fencing in the queue I talked about earlier. I already talked about this awning in the first half. Then coming along our queue. Second calipan, didn't do anything to this other than adding trees and foliage around here. And this tree does add shade to this, unlike over there where it doesn't really. Also lit up most of the queue. And this would be a little access path out to the maintenance area, and this is the back area for the whole entire ride around here. And then I also made the fence custom to where it can go on an angle. So that's how I got this. And then coming into our station here. Ain't much to this station. It's an open air station, but I made a very nice lattice support structure with the wood. I don't really like how this very top of the roof turned out, but we can just ignore that. It's all lit up with the floodlights, and then we also have loose article bins across, and I did put in a sign for that. I also put in a sign over at Dirt Trek for loose articles. I should probably technically do that at all the coasters, but I just did that for here. And then coming down our ramp here for exit. This is a pretty light grade of our ramp, but it's definitely worked out nicely. I love how this turned out, especially with the wood and everything. Definitely looks a lot better than a bunch of the other coasters in this park. And that's mostly because of the custom fencing, just to go along the side there. Obviously got a foundation and stuff like that, but then that brings us back to our photo unit. Looking at it all at night, we'll start back where we started. Like I said, I didn't want to put a bunch of lighting in here, so kind of just got lighting right where it splits off to the queue and to the exit. And I also put some lighting over here at the buildings and also the coaster station and surrounding area. Coming into our queue house, it's pretty lit up. Or, I mean, it ain't a house, but the awning is well lit up. And then this is also well lit up too. And it did just occur to me that I never put anything over here. I'll either put some wood beams to cover it up, or I'll put a little tarp along there, just to protect the guests in the queue from anything that might fall from the train, since they are going to be directly under it. If this was just a normal path, you wouldn't need to do that, because guests could disperse easily if it was on a normal path, but because it's a queue and you're kind of forcing people to go somewhere and stay in a fairly cramped space, you need to protect them from that, from falling objects. from the train, potentially. Then we just got light for the stairs, and then the station's all nicely lit up. Did really want to get that nicely lit up. And then I also put in a ton of support stuff under here for our station roof and also the track. And I honestly love how this coaster turned out. As of now, this is my favorite coaster probably in Planet Coaster 2. It's really nice. The layout isn't maybe the greatest, but I love how this turned out with the scenery and stuff. Didn't think that would turn out great, but it ended up turning out really nice. Maybe my next favorite would be Demon, and then probably my favorite in general will be this coaster that'll go in here. But that's for next episode when we'll talk about that one. That'll be it for this video. We will go on a ride on the Woody. Comment names for it down below in the comments. And yeah, so if you have enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Do this next one. Bye!